All right, boys and girls, welcome back to the drive-through. We got some help here on number 5 from 2-3. This is a chain rule problem, but really it's just a huge algebra mess. And I'm sure I'll probably make mistakes along the way. One thing I already noticed is that this is actually a plus in mine. All right, here we go. So I'm going to rewrite it as f of x. I'm going to need every piece of this paper that I can use, maybe even more, is x to the fourth. And I'm going to change that red function to 1 minus x plus 8 to the negative first. Okay? Because when we're doing the power rule, it gives us an advantage to write that as a function to a negative power rather than a fraction. That's how I prefer to do it. All right, so now we're going to take the derivative. So it's first times the derivative of the second. All right, well, what's the derivative of 1? The derivative of 1 is 0. Okay, so what's the derivative of this? Well, it's negative 1 times the negative. So that's a negative times a negative is a positive 1 times x plus 8 to the negative second times the derivative of what's inside. All right, so first times the derivative of the second plus second times the derivative of the first. Well, the derivative of the first is 4x cubed. Okay? All right, so that's like the answer to the question, but that isn't the answer to the question online. Now we're going to have to really get our hands dirty with some algebra. Okay? This is 1 times that times 1. So really these things don't matter. Okay? So we're going to rewrite this one as x to the fourth over x plus 8 squared and then plus, let's distribute, okay? 4x cubed times 1 is 4x cubed. And then we'll just call it minus 4x cubed over x plus 8. Okay? Now, we want to get a common denominator so we can combine these things. So let's get an x plus 8 quantity squared on the denominator. So what we're going to do there, we don't have to multiply this one by anything. I'm just going to spread out a little bit. X to the fourth over x plus 8 squared. I need to multiply this, it's a plus sign, x plus 8 squared over x plus 8 squared. I'm multiplying by 1. I'm allowed to multiply anything I want by 1 times 4x cubed. And then let's multiply this by x plus 8 over x plus 8. And then we'll get an x plus 8 squared on the bottom, which is what we want. So minus 4x cubed times x plus 8 all over x plus 8 squared. So now we got a common denominator on the bottom. So we can just rewrite this as x to the fourth. Okay, plus, what is x plus 8 squared? That's x squared plus 16x plus 64 times 4x cubed, and then minus 4x cubed times x plus 8. Now we have all of this as a single fraction over x plus 8 squared. Okay. All right, time to start distributing and then simplifying. So you get x to the fourth, you get 4x to the fifth, you get, what's 4 times 16? 64x to the 4th. 4 times 64. 256x cubed. Move over here. Minus 4x to the 4th. 8 times 4 is 32. Minus 32x cubed. All over x plus 8 squared. And that leaves you with, okay, 4x to the 5th. I got that one. X to the 4th plus 60x to the 4th. So that should be 61x to the 4th. So this gives you 60 plus one more. Okay. 256 minus 32. So that should be 224. Let me get that right. 256 minus 32. Yep. 224x cubed. All over x plus 8 squared. So we can factor out an x cubed times 4x squared plus 61x plus 224 all over x plus 8 squared. Hope that helps. Oh, I need to, here, let me pause that for a second. I didn't catch the bottom of it, sorry. Okay, take a look at that. Tricky. Boom!